Hey guys, welcome back to NextGenBlogger, and in this video I want to show you how you can create a clean lower third animation in VSDC free video editor. Now it's actually super easy to create a clean lower third animation in VSDC. So without further delay, let's get started and see how you can do this. Now to demonstrate this, first I would like to add an ellipse object on top of the screen. So go to add object, select ellipse, and now click on OK. Now mark your ellipse object on top of the screen like this. And currently the duration of my ellipse object is 10 seconds. So I would like to reduce it to 5 seconds. So inside the duration option, you need to write 05.000 and then press enter on the keyboard. Now double click on your ellipse object, and what we are going to do next is we will add an image of Instagram logo inside our ellipse object. So I've already downloaded an image of Instagram logo, so let me just import that. So go to add object, select image, and select the image of Instagram logo, and now click on open, and now click on OK. Alright. Now what we are going to do next is we will add some animation. So first of all, change the scale from time scale to frame scale by clicking on this button, and we will first add a zoom effect. So go to video effects, go to transforms, select zoom, and now click on OK. Now place the zoom effect below your Instagram image like this, and I would like this particular zoom effect to be present for the first 5 frames. So let me place my cursor at the 5th frame, and now let me just decrease the duration of my zoom effect so that it occupies the first 5 frames. Alright. Now look inside the zoom settings of this particular zoom effect. Inside the levels option, currently the value is 100%. So delete this value, and instead of 100 you need to write 0:120, and now click on enter. Now click on this zoom effect, press Ctrl C to copy it, and then press Ctrl V to paste a duplicate. Now place this second zoom effect right at the end like this. Now look inside the zoom settings of this second zoom effect. Inside the levels option, the values are 0:120. So you need to simply reverse the values. Instead of 0:120, write 120:0 and then press enter on the keyboard. Alright. Now click on the first zoom effect once again, press Ctrl C and press Ctrl V to paste a third zoom effect. Now place this third zoom effect right after the first zoom effect like this, and I want this particular zoom effect to occupy just 3 frames in the timeline. So currently my cursor is at the 5th frame, so let me just move it towards the right side by 3 frames. So 1, 2, 3. And now let me just decrease the duration of this particular zoom effect like this. Alright. Now look inside the zoom settings of this third zoom effect, and inside the levels option, currently the values are 0:120. So you need to delete these two values, and instead of 0:120 you need to write 120:95, and now press enter on the keyboard. Now click on this third zoom effect, press Ctrl C to copy it, and then press Ctrl V to paste a duplicate. Now place this fourth zoom effect right at the end like this. Alright. Now look inside the zoom settings of this fourth zoom effect. Inside the levels option, currently the values are 120:95. So once again, simply reverse the values. instead of 120 semicolon 95, you need to write 95 semicolon 120 and now press enter on the keyboard. Alright, now click on the third zoom effect once again, press Ctrl C to copy it and then press Ctrl V to paste a duplicate. Now place this fifth zoom effect right after the third zoom effect like this and look inside the zoom settings of this fifth zoom effect. Inside the levels option, currently the values are 120 semicolon 95. So delete these two values and instead of 120 semicolon 95, you need to write 95 semicolon 100 and now press enter on the keyboard. And now click on this fifth zoom effect, press Ctrl C to copy it and then press Ctrl V to paste a duplicate. Now place this sixth zoom effect right at the end like this. And now look inside the zoom settings of this sixth zoom effect. Inside the levels option, currently the values are 95 semicolon 100. So once again, simply reverse the values. Instead of 95 semicolon 100, write 100 semicolon 95 and now press enter on the keyboard. And so now if I just quickly play the video for you from the start. So this is how things are looking on screen. All right. Now next what you need to do is you need to select the first three zoom effects which are present right at the beginning. Press Ctrl C to copy them and now double click on your Instagram logo image. Place the cursor at the beginning and now press Ctrl V. Now go back inside the ellipse object and select these three zoom effects which are present right at the end. Press Ctrl C to copy them and double click on your Instagram image. Place your cursor somewhere around the end and press Ctrl V to paste the zoom effects. All right. And so now if I just quickly play this entire thing for you from the start once again. Perfect. All right. So this part is done. Now let's go back to the main editing timeline and let me just switch this scale from frame scale to time scale once again. And now what I would like to do is I would like to add a rectangle object towards the right side of my ellipse object. So the timing needs to be precise. So let me just double click on the ellipse object and right at this particular position, my ellipse as well as my Instagram logo image, they kind of pop up. So now I've placed my cursor at this particular position and now go back to the main editing timeline and right at this position I would like to add a rectangle. So go to add object, select rectangle and now click on OK. Now mark your rectangle object like this on top of the screen. So we are going to do something. So click on top of your rectangle object, press Ctrl X to cut it. Double click on the ellipse object, press Ctrl V to paste. And you need to click on this particular button which is vertical align center. And this will align the rectangle towards the center of the ellipse object. And now click on the rectangle object once again, press Ctrl X to cut it. Go back to the main editing timeline and press Ctrl V to paste the rectangle. And this way the rectangle will be aligned towards the center of the ellipse. And now you need to place your rectangle object below the ellipse object like this in the timeline. And we will decrease the duration of the rectangle object as well. So what I need to do is double click on the ellipse object right at this particular position. My ellipse as well as my Instagram logo is going to pop out. So I've placed my cursor at this particular position. Now let me just go back to the main editing timeline, and now let me just decrease the duration of my rectangle object accordingly. All right, now double click on your rectangle object, but before you do that, we will make sure that our rectangle is curved. So currently it is like a full rectangle, so I would like to curve my rectangle. So to do that, click on the rectangle object and look inside the rectangle object settings, and right here you're going to find this particular option, which is round size, where currently the values are 0, 0. So delete these two values, and instead of 0, 0, you need to write 90, 90, and then press enter on the keyboard. And this will curve your rectangle. And what we are going to do next is we will resize our rectangle like this and like this. Perfect. Maybe it needs to be a little bigger, so let me just resize it like this. And since I have resized it, I need to once again click on this I need to once again place it towards the center. So right at this particular position, my image, my ellipse as well as my Instagram image kind of pops up. So let me just click on the rectangle object, press Ctrl X to cut it, double click on the ellipse object, press Ctrl V to paste, and click on vertical align center. This will align the rectangle towards the center of the ellipse. Now once again, click on top of the rectangle object, press Ctrl X to cut it, go back to the main editing timeline and press Ctrl V to paste. Now drag the rectangle below the ellipse like this. Alright. Now double click on the rectangle object, and now we are going to add a push transition. So go to video effects, go to transitions, select push, and now click on OK. Now currently the duration of the push transition is 1 second, so I would like to reduce it to 500 milliseconds. So inside the duration option, you need to write 0.500 and then press enter on the keyboard. Now place this push transition right at the beginning like this, and look inside the push settings, which is present inside the properties window. Inside type, door is selected, so change this from door to side. Mode is right to left, so that's fine. Directly is set to false, so change this from false to true. Inside gradient length, currently the value is 50%, so change this from 50 to 0 and then press enter on the keyboard. And so now if I just quickly play the video for you. Alright, now click on this push transition, press Ctrl C to copy it and then press Ctrl V to paste a duplicate. Now place this second push transition right at the end like this, and look inside the push settings of this second push transition. You don't need to make any changes except inside this directly option where currently true is selected. So change this from true to false. And so now if I just quickly play this entire thing for you from the start. Perfect. Alright. Now double click on the rectangle object once again, and what we are going to do next is we will add some text inside our rectangle. So first let me just place my cursor somewhere around 300 milliseconds, and now let me go to add object, go to text, click on text, and now click on OK. Now mark your text object inside the inside your rectangle object, and let me resize it like this, and let's write something inside the text box. So let me just write, let's say, the name of my Instagram handle, that is NextGenBlogger, and let me change the font from Arial to Arial Black. Let me also change my text color from white to black, and let me also center align my text. So let me go to paragraph and select center, and once again let me go to paragraph and select center align. Okay, let me just left align my text rather than center align. So let me just go to paragraph and select left align. All right, now I would like to increase the size of my text. So let me just select my text. Currently the size is 60 pixels. So I would like to increase it to somewhere around, let's say, 80 pixels, or maybe somewhere around 100 pixels. All right, so let me just see how things are looking. Okay, so I need to properly place it towards the center. All right, this looks that it is placed at the center. Let me increase the size of my text a little bit. So from 100, let me just write 120. Maybe it's a little bit too much. So let me wait a second. Let me select my text, and let me just decrease the size of my text to 110 pixels, or maybe 105 pixels. Okay, this looks fine. 105 looks fine. All right, now I would like to reduce the duration of my text object towards the end as well. So this is how things are looking as of now. So let me just quickly play the video. All right, now let me all right, now double click on the text object, and we are going to add a push transition inside the text object as well. So go to video effects, go to transitions, select push, and now click on OK. Now decrease the duration of the push transition to 500 milliseconds. Currently the duration is 1 second. So inside the duration option, you need to write 00.500 and then press enter on the keyboard. Now place the push transition right at the start like this, and look inside the push settings. Type is side, so that's fine. Mode is right to left, so that's fine. Inside the directly option, currently false is selected, so change this from false to true. Gradient length is already set to 0%, so that's fine as well. Perfect. Now click on this push transition, press Ctrl C to copy it, and then press Ctrl V to paste a duplicate. Now place this second push transition right at the end like this, and look inside the push settings of this particular push transition. All the options will remain same except this directly option where currently true is selected. So change this from true to false, and that's it. And so now if I just go back to the main editing timeline, and if I quickly play this entire thing for you from the start. Perfect. So this is how you can create a clean lower third animation in VSDC free video editor. I would like to show this output to you inside the preview window as well. So let me decrease the quality to 360 pixels, and let me just play this thing for you inside the preview window. Perfect. Perfect. So this is how you can create a clean lower third animation in VSDC free video editor. Do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will again see you in the next video. Till then, thanks for watching.